Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reacting To Be a Man by Dax, and this is the first time I've heard one of his songs. So I have heard his lyrics are pretty heavy and he covers a lot of big life themes and struggles, and I guess that's right up my street in terms of some of the heavy topics I've covered so far on the channel. So I'm intrigued with this one. So and as you may know, I come at these reactions from a mental health perspective based on my own lived experience. So I'm going to be diving into this one with that in mind. So let's see what Dax has to say.
I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Yeah.
Oh my. That really hits me. I feel a bit winded on that one. When you're providing for your family, to your family, that's what matters, that you're there, that you're looking out for them, that you're trying to give them your best, and you want them to have a good life, a comfortable life. And I don't think it's a topic we hear enough about, that there is that expectation there. You're providing for the family and whoever that is, within the house. And that's a constant pressure that is there. Like, that doesn't get easier as life goes on. If anything, it can get harder. If your family gets bigger, or you have challenges and struggles, whether it's financial, emotional, it's heavy on you. And men can feel that just the same way as anyone else. Yeah, I really hear that. This is going to be a heavy one. Let's keep going.
It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Yeah, I know this life can really beat you down. You wanna scream, but you won't make a sound. Got so much weight that you've been holding, but won't show any emotion. As a man that goes unspoken, that we can't cry when life gets hard. Unconditional loves for women, children, and dogs. We know that we just have to play our parts, and don't nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Yeah, as a man we gotta pave our way. Our only function is to work and slave. There's no respect for you if you ain't paid. You're disregarded as a human and you can't complain. And if you ever make it up and actually reach that place and find a woman that you love and give her your last name, you'll feel the things that you provide is only why she stays. And when you try to explain, you'll say, I can't hide myself.
Oh, man. I haven't listened to a song like this in a very long time, with how it speaks to me, and I'm sure speaks to many of you as well. Just that pressure that is on you in life, and a lot of it you put on yourself, and I think you feel it as you get older as well. And the more life experience you have, the more highs and lows and trials and tribulations that go on in your life, they do make you reflect more. They do make you see what the good times are like in your life and what the bad times are like. And I think when you're in those slumps, it doesn't get easier with experience, or always, despite what people say. You can cope a little bit better, but dealing with it isn't any easier necessarily. And I think this speaks a lot to me, it speaks a lot to depression and how much you kind of self-sabotage yourself in pulling yourself down and not feeling like you're good enough for everybody. And sometimes that's reflected in how people behave with you, how people comment towards you, what your relationships are like with people, and what you receive back from them. You know, that can be quite damaging if it's negative to you. And there's a loss of control that can happen as well, which is just incredibly difficult to deal with, I think. And there's something inherent perhaps in being a man and being, like, historically at least, like being that breadwinner, being the person that's bringing in the money, that's the safety net for the home and for the family, and people rely on you, people depend on you, and you don't want to let people down, but life circumstances can change that, and you have no control and you're powerless, and that can be incredibly hard, whatever that looks like. And I'm not sure what avenue Dax is going down here with this, but perhaps it'll unfold as the song goes on. So let's hear more from Dax.
You feel the things that you provide is only why she stays. And when you try to explain, you'll say, I can't hide myself. I don't expect you to understand. I just hope I can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up.
It's not about how you feel, because a man's feelings are irrelevant. It's about how you provide in the home. I'm wondering whether that's like projection, in that your family could quite easily be saying that to you, like, you need to make sure that you're earning, you're working, you're looking out for everyone. And just as well, you could see it as you're the person putting your family on that pedestal, that's the most important thing to you, which, yeah, I'd agree with, but you also have to put yourself first, and there's a tussle there. And the more I'm listening, the more I'm feeling like this video is very much about that struggle between being seen as a man and that kind of archetype figure of what you represent, who you should be to others around you, and how much you're living up to that, and what your needs are. This is a heavy subject. It's, yeah. Right, I'm gonna stop waffling on. Let's keep going.
It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. Don't give up, keep fighting. As a man, our sun is our horizon, and our father's actions play a role, and we end up like them. So they can't let us see them hurt, cause we'll embody what they do and start a generational curse. No wonder most men are so depressed, all the things that they can't express. They go to war, get thrown on the shelf, then go back to war with their mental health, then grab that bottle and ask for help, try to pull themselves out of hell, then fall back down and then realize that they're gonna have to do it themselves. It's the circle of life. As a man, you provide. They don't know what you're worth till the day that you die, and that's when they start crying. Then move on to a man to confide in. That's why we feel we can't hide ourselves. We don't expect you to understand. We just hope we can explain what it's like to be a man. It's a lonely road, and you don't care about what we know. It's not about how we feel, but what we provide inside that home.
That was heavy for me, that last part. I had to just let that run through. It's interesting he mentioned going to war there, and when you come back, what people expect of you, and then you're hitting the alcohol to cope, because you have to find ways to cope sometimes with the stress, with the trauma, with life changes. I mean, I've not been in the military, so I can't speak for what effect that has, but I hear a lot of people coming back, like a changed person, and I think you can mirror that in a lot of different life experiences when it comes to trauma and the effects that certain life experiences can have on you. And we all change as people as we get older, as we progress and move forward in life, and we're not always the people that we were before, and yet people still expect the same thing from you. And it can be quite hard dealing with that, because that puts a significant amount of pressure on you, and you still have those wants and needs as a human, as a person, as a man. And there's a real identity crisis, I think, wrapped up in some of this too, with how you see yourself and what you want from yourself as a man, who you want to be in life, and then how those people around you that you love and care for, how they see you, and how you want them to see you, because you want to feel good, you want to feel positive, and you can't always be there for people in the way that you want to be, and that is incredibly hard sometimes to deal with. Sometimes you're not the right person that people want. Wow. It's kind of left me a bit deflated, this one. It's quite heavy. There's a lot to process, I think, in this, and certainly for me, as like a 40-year-old man with a young family, this really hits through to some of my experience, and it's making me reflect. And I think I'll certainly sit with this song for a little while afterwards. Thank you to those that have recommended Dax. He is a very intriguing artist to me, and someone I'm going to look into a little bit more, I think. If this is my first taste, then wow. I'd love to hear how this song speaks to you. I'm sure I'm not alone in how much this has hit me, so I'd love to hear. Please put a mention in the comments, and hopefully I'll pick up on a bit more Dax soon. So thank you for tuning in on this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.